Hello, everyone. So the S&P is green this week as I expected it would be. Tech stocks bounced very, very dramatically. So we're going to take a look at the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Russell, the dollar, put it all together, try to figure out what the next steps are for the market. And we also have to keep in mind that this Friday is very, very important. All right, so we're going to talk about all of that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And let's get started with today's video. First and foremost, this is a weekly chart of the S&P. I was expecting this week to be green. There's about a 75-80% chance that the week prior to quarterly options expirations ends up being green. So on Friday morning, options expire. It's triple witching day, meaning trillions of dollars of options are going to expire. The week of that occurring tends to be bullish. The week after that occurs tends to be bearish. So heading into this Friday, it's very easy to just be bullish. And that's essentially what the market has been promoting as well. Currently, the SPY is up almost 1% for the week. I'm expecting it to be above anything positive for this week. So that is my thought process. And we're taking a look at tech now. This is a chart of the QQQ. The NASDAQ had a big bounce today. It was the main reason why the market overall bounced. The NASDAQ is up 1.4%. The SPY is up 1%. And the IWM is down 0.14%. So the majority of money came back into tech. And a lot of it had to do with NVDA. NVDA is up over 7% for the day. And like I was saying on Sunday, in Sunday's video, I was saying that whenever there was, look, guys, we are in an uptrend, right? We were trading before we even take a look at NVIDIA, right? We were trading at 511 on Sunday's video, right? On paper, this was not a bullish setup, right? I was explaining this was not a bullish setup here on the SPY, right? Neither was this. Neither was this. Neither was this. But all of these setups got bought up. Same exact thing ended up happening this week. The bearish setup ended up getting bought up because the market has tons of bullish buyers. These people are bullish on the market. They have been buying every single dip on the market. So that's why I have not been bearish. I have not been entering into puts for that specific reason. I've just been entering into calls. All right. So clearly it's been working very nice. It's very comfortable. We're just playing alongside the momentum. So today they bought the dip in chips. They bought the dip in NVIDIA very, very clearly. AMD is up almost 3% as well. You could see that this is a really, really nice bullish setup. We had a wick and then we are holding this Thursday's high at 193 as support. So AMD is holding 193 really, really well. And last but not least, we could also take a look at the other large tech stocks. Apple is basing out. It looks like it's creating a bull flag off of the lows, and I've been saying that we've been bullish Apple. And that's clearly working out, right? Tesla is not doing too well. It's still holding the 174, 173 level, but it's not bouncing as aggressively as the rest of the market. Google is bouncing. It's continuing to bounce really well off the lows. This is so essentially I would have hoped Apple do something similar like this, but Google is leading the charge in terms of bottom bounces. And then just today, just across the board, all of these large tech stocks, Amazon bounced really well. Netflix bounced really well. Meta, and of course, Microsoft also did really, really well today. We're holding on to July calls for Microsoft, so this is also doing really well. That's crazy. So yeah, tech is bouncing, and in my opinion, it has a lot to do with TLT also being bullish. I'm just spitballing a bunch of stuff right now, but TLT slow down. Okay, so look, TLT, right? Is yeah, because I have to go soon. So I'm trying to get as much information as possible in a short amount of time. All right, so look, TLT moves in unison with the overall market. TLT is a 20-year Treasury bond. This is a daily chart. So when TLT is generally bullish, then it's bullish for tech. All right. And currently, this is a very bullish setup on TLT. This is a clear-cut bull flag. This is a very, very bullish setup. Okay. So what should end up happening is TLT should continue rising, right? There's been a lot of heavy institutional buyers into TLT for calls recently. And this is a big reason why tech can continue to rise, because TLT is bullish. So yeah, in terms of like day to day, I'm not entirely sure what is going to end up happening, because the relationship between the bonds and the yields has not been perfect, right? But overall, TLT is bullish. And yeah, I'm interested to see tech and how that affects tech overall. We also need to take a look at the dollar. So the dollar is bouncing, and we know that the dollar has an inverse relationship to the market. When the dollar is rising, then that means that the overall market should be falling. But as you can see, clearly the relationship is not as perfect. The inverse correlational relationship is not perfect. The dollar is bouncing, yet the SPY clearly is rising, right? So we need to essentially see two main things. If the SPY can hold 517, I would say even 516. If the SPY can hold 516, 517 area, it's going to end up hitting 520, 522. I've been talking about the 518 area. We hit 518 last week on Friday, and I was saying the SPY can end up rising to 518 to 522, 523. Overall, be very, very careful about entering into puts. When there is this much institutional buying pressure, it's very difficult to automatically become bearish overall on the market. Today, if you had that in mind, that Hamid said, okay, this week statistically should be bullish, you could have bought all of these dips. You could have bought all these dips up. We caught the bottom of the market today really, really perfectly. And you could have added to your longs with that in mind, that I was saying this week would be bullish. And so yeah, essentially that's what you have to take into consideration heading into Friday. Now, after Friday, that's when things get a little bit dicey. Heading into Friday, I'm going to start, hopefully we get a bigger pop in the next 2 days. But things are starting to look like they can be more bullish as long as we hold 516, 517. If we can do that, then we're going to see 520 probably this week. Especially if the IWM, what's most likely going to end up happening is if the market is continuing to be bullish, right? The IWM is going to start getting some love. Money is not, we're not going to be able to sustainably move 5-10% every day on NVIDIA. So I'm assuming money will go into the IWM, back into stocks like Tesla, Amazon, and consumers, Apple, right? So we're going to see if that can help push the market up to 520. And yeah, like I was saying, Apple, being bullish on Apple was a big reason why the market ended up hitting 518 on Friday. And yeah, we just need to see if that's going to continue. So we can't really say much at the moment. CPI data just dropped. Today was really, really interesting trading in terms of just the sheer strength and the magnitude of the upward moves that we saw. But overall, it was a pretty good day. So yeah, if you guys are interested, join the community. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.